Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Lever Guns 50. Alright, let's check this gun out right here. This is what we're featuring today. This is a Marlin 336. And it come in a variety of cartridges, all the way from the little 30-30 all the way up to the 45-70. Of course, the 45-70 got the name of the 1895, which it did not resemble the original at all, and it was nothing more than a 336 with a few modifications, like a bigger tube magazine, a larger opening. The tube was also bent on the bottom so that long cartridge could come in at an angle and make its way down the tubular magazine. Right here is what it says on the side of the barrel. It's, it's a warning, and misuse can cause injury or death. And I want you to read the instructions, which is the biggest thing I don't like about it is this right here, hammer block safety. It's in an awkward place, and I don't know, it's just, I've never much cared for it myself. It works all right. I've heard it go click quite a few times because I'm not taking it off, because I'm used to the older Winchester Model 94s, and they didn't have it. But this is a pretty nice gun. It features a checkered stock, and yeah, it's just a pretty nice gun. It is a JM. It's in 30-30 Winchester. It's a 336. And as you know, Winchester come out with the 30-30 cartridge back in 1894 for their Model 94 Winchester. And it's been around a while. Let's shoot this thing and see how good it works. We're going to load this thing up right quick with these 30-30 150 grain bullets. As you know, on any kind of a lever action, you just put the cartridges in here like this. I generally just push it in, stop it, push the next one in, stop it, push the next one in. It's a little bit smoother to do that, especially if you're in a hurry. You put them all in real quick. Let's go ahead and shoot this, see how we got it lined up. We got a piece of wood, a jug of water, and then 2 more pieces of wood. We're going to turn on the slow-mo camera right quick and see what we can do with that. Try to get lined up so if it goes all the way through, it'll hit the boards on the back. All right, ready? Here goes nothing. Looks like the old 30-30 did a pretty good number on it. Went right through that board, and then that jug shot that board back toward me, which was kind of neat, I thought. Set the gun down, pop it on safety. Okay, right there's the bullet. I'm assuming that may be part of one of the boards. We had 2 boards back here, and I only see one. So let's take a look at that bullet, see if it's hot. Ow, it is kind of hot. Ow, it's too hot. You see the micro groove rifling on it? I hope you can see it. There's the expansion. We'll take a look at the slow-mo and see what actually happened. I know there was 2 boards behind it. I only see 1 board. The other board must have went flying. All right, I see the other board. It's up here behind this tree. I didn't see it laying right there. You guys might have seen it. Looked like the bullet pushed through and smacked up against it real hard. That would have been all this right here. See how that was pushed up against there real hard? So, it's pretty interesting. So, 2 boards and jug of water. Went in, come out. Not overly spectacular on blowing up a jug of water, but plenty sufficient to take down a deer-sized animal. All right, we're gonna try to shoot through these boards, see how many of these it'll go through. We're using the 150 grain bullet. We're not gonna get back real far, no need to. This should be good right here. All right, let's take aim and see what we can do. All right, time to shoot. Let's see what it did. Okay, probably the one that went in. Split that board. Made a pretty big hole in that board. I'm gonna say it's probably in this board because I can see the base of the bullet. So let's figure out how many it went through. These 2 were stuck together. And these boards don't have any holes in them. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Stopped in the 5th one. And that's not a real hot load because my daughter was using it for hunting. So let's see how much wood that is. So if we stack them together like this, there we are. So went about this far through this one. So we went through 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half. 4 and a half 2x4s. That's not too bad. All right. That's some pretty good penetration for only 150 grain bullet. We'll get that bullet out of there in a minute and show you what it looks like. We're gonna take a quick look at this. We're gonna take a quick look at the Marlin while we got the action, or what we got this taken off. Look at the bottom of the barrel right here. How it's been flattened so that the tube magazine can fit up next to it. And that's because that tube magazine has to go in right there. And this is a 336. Can you imagine with the bigger tube magazine of the 4570, how much more has been taken off the bottom of the barrel? And I would suggest that's probably why when they're overloaded, they tend to blow out on the bottom of the barrel. However, it's sufficiently strong for normal use. You can see this is a JM Marlin. This is the dimensions of the 1886 Winchester barrel. It has not been flattened on the bottom. And let's see how thick this Marlin barrel is. Right there, it's 5, it's 8, let's see, it is 8, it's almost 855, 856. So it's quite a bit thinner, and I think that's just a little bit more margin of strength for the Winchester. And I would just caution people not to overdo it, just because of this right here and the fact that the thread diameter is smaller. Just, you know, just take caution. And the action is super strong, but in my opinion, that's the weakest part of it. And I'm not trying to degrade this gun. This is a good gun. It's an awesome gun. It's well made. Just keep it within what it was made for. It's not a super ultra magnum. It shouldn't be treated like that. All right, in conclusion, I think the 336 Marlin lever action is a pretty awesome gun, and I give it a thumbs up. This is a really nice gun. It's a nice combination, although it's not historical as far as, you know, back in the cowboy days. It did come out in the early 1900s, so I'll say it's pretty traditional. It's about as traditional as they come, although, you know, it doesn't really resemble to me, the 93 or the 1895, but it is a really awesome gun. It's been around for a lot of years, and it's harvested more deer than you can shake a stick at. My daughter's taken 2 deer with this, a buck and a doe, and it is her gun. I've never hunted with a Marlin 30-30, and I probably wouldn't hunt with a Marlin 30-30 with a scope on it, because as you can see in these kind of woods here, it will hang on every vine out in the woods. So when I look at ARs and all the little stuff to hang up on everything, I just think they must not hunt in Alabama, especially like I hunt, like walking through the woods and finding a deer. Because if you look at these woods around here and you try to walk through these woods, you're gonna hang up on every vine in the woods. So that's my thoughts on it. And my daughter usually hunts from one position, and so it works out good for her. Anyhow, I just wanted to review this gun. It works reliable, and we'll try to do an accuracy video one day, but to me most accuracy videos are pretty boring. But we'll try to set it up and do something and make it a little bit more lively than normal.